What happens when you snort an Ativan? What happens when you snort Ativan? So Ativan is a benzodiazepine. You pretty much have Ativan, Klonopin, and Xanax. Those are benzos. They affect your central nervous system. So what happens when you actually crush one of these up into powder form and take it? Let me tell you. If you're new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button. What's up, guys? My name is Eric, and I'm a recovering cocaine and alcoholic addict, and I like to put things up my nose. I mean, that's what really my addiction was. My drug of choice was cocaine, but because of that, I put a lot of different things up my nose, including Xanax. Ativan is, lorazepam is the actual name of it, which is a benzodiazepine, along with Klonopin. Those are the three real popular ones out there, and they are to treat anxiety. They do affect your central nervous system. They do have a very big calming almost effect to them that really puts you almost in a sedated state. It's not going to give you energy, but it's going to give you no cares in the world whatsoever. So what happens when you actually break one of these up? You have to remember that, first off, Xanax, Ativan, Klonopin, all of these, they are not water soluble. So what that means is they're not going to dissolve when you put them in water. It doesn't just break down. So one of the things is when you do snort any kind of drugs like cocaine or even like Adderall, those are water soluble, so they hit your system a little bit differently. But snorting these does still have an effect, and here's why. You have to remember that pills are designed to be digested in your stomach and to break down slowly. If you crush this into a fine powder, like a lot of us addicts will when we're snorting things, it will hit your system a lot quicker and a lot harder than what it normally does because it's not dissolving how it should. A pill can take time to dissolve in your stomach so that it's slowly releasing it into your system. So it will hit your system a lot harder, and it will hit your system a little bit sooner. Now, it's not going to change how it per se affects you, but yes, snorting it does make it not digest it properly, break down in your system properly as it would in a pill form. So does anything happen when you snort it? Yes, that's why. I mean, it's a fact that it is crushed, and that is how it ends up working. So the thing is that people out there will actually snort these drugs because it's almost like you become fascinated, addicted, and I understand this because I was doing 1 to 2 8 balls of cocaine a day, that you become just obsessed with putting things up your nose. You want anything that's a powder almost laid out, you're gonna put up your nose. And one of the things you have to remember too is a lot of the stuff that people will purchase, especially with Xanax now, are made in pill presses. I mean, they're literally made in somebody's kitchen. So you can risk fentanyl being put into it. You can risk a lot of different things being put into these pills because people literally, I mean, you can buy a pill press and you can make your own pills. So you never know if you're buying anything from a street corner pharmacist, what exactly you're getting. So snorting it can become even more dangerous than it is when it's something that is prescribed to you. So remember that. But again, yes, it does hit your system a little bit differently because it's just a thin powder that's going to break down in your system a lot differently than just a big solid pill does. You're hitting every aspect of that pill instead of a little bit at a time. And for those out there struggling with it, I mean, I understand. I've been there before where you do snort stuff. You do constantly put things up your nose because that was me and that was my addiction. But for the ones out there struggling, I do have a link to NA and AA down below. If you are struggling, just remember this, that any kind of benzos out there, they're not going to break down. It's not going to get you this added high, this different high. It's not going to hit your system any differently or make you feel any differently. But it will just get into your system a lot quicker than what it should. At a lot higher dose than what it should, which means it's going to wear off a lot sooner than it should. And how do we addicts work? Oh my goodness, it's worn off, so now I got to take more. Now you're chasing that dragon. So I've been there before. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I'm a recovering cocaine and alcoholic addict. I lost a wife and a father to suicide. I've attempted suicide. I'm recovering when it comes to even self-harm. I've been diagnosed with level 1 autism. I'm diagnosed with ADHD, PTSD, GAD, and MDD. Those are my official diagnoses. So I just share about a lot of this stuff and the struggles that I've been through in life, just for anybody out there going through it, feeling alone. And if you are struggling with addiction, reach out for help. Ask everybody that you know for help. And believe me, if you think you're an addict and you feel that you are struggling, down below, check out AA, check out NA. I mean, they are great resources to at least start. Hit the like and subscribe button, comment down below. Love to hear your comments. And just remember this, that no matter what it is that you're going through, you're not alone with it.